Now we have a good old-fashioned
That
fish on a
should get
pole.
the old cat dancing. I just hoped it didn't give itself a cardiac.
Yes.
A cute little putty tat.
It's good to know that we could use the feline instincts of the cat to our advantage. Such predictable creatures.
It was a. It was the ball I stole from the cat.
So now we have the next stage. So now we know we are taking that. We're gonna disrupt the Theo Walcott's work here with taking off his marker. But what's the next step, Berkbot? How do we get rid of Bronson?
Get him to have the ball of yarn in his pocket, and the cat attacks him.
I like your idea, but it is not the right answer.
Oh.
Because what happens if he loses his marker for surveying?
He has to go
I
find
wasn't
it.
going to risk further.
He has to go find it, or he has to put it back.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
And if
The
he and how does he
flagpole
and
had
how did he put it up there in the
reflective
first
target on the
place?
end for Bronson to use
Oh,
as
his
a
ladder?
reference point.
Yes.
Well, I know we couldn't pet the cat, but at least the cat's getting a nice meal.
That is true. And it's using its psychotic tendencies in the right direction.
I put the ball in the catapult. Took aim. Yes! Okay, so it was a lucky shot, but I knocked the theodolite target clean off the end of the flagpole.
Again, the fact that this guy is so fucking confident. Like, there's not a hope in hell we would have got. Any of us would have got that first go. Maybe do a lot of archery in law school. I don't know. So now we have a very unhappy Bronson. Here we go.
What the hell's going on here?
Hi, Bronson. Nice to see you too.
You again. Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth! I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Yeah? Fine. I'll be waiting.
You're gonna hear about this. Alright,
Oh.
am I not just hearing about it right now?
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. Is telling me all about it in your amicable ways. So
Bronson was examining the
so
marker.
yeah, don't piss off
Take
George
the ladder!
Stolberg.
Take
Yeah.
the thing!
That's it. Just take the thing. Problem solved.
And I like how you just leave it, it's in his view.
Yeah.
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
I'm gonna kill you for this, Stobart! Get me down from here!
What, so you can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson.
I felt a little guilty about leading Bronson up there, but not much, obviously.
Look, it couldn't happen to a nicer cunt, to be
It was
honest.
Bronson's surveying target. He must have dropped it when he had his accident.
Like, how clumsy is this guy? Honestly, like, where did he get a
Bronson
surveyor's
has a bright,
license? You
shiny
know?
thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things. It wasn't going to be much use without the theodolite, though.
George,
If only-
the magpie Stobart.
Yeah. If only we were able to bring that Theo Walcott with us.
It looked like a set of plans. With Bronson out of the way, I could finally get a clear look at the
Oh.
plans. Engineers' drawings didn't mean much to me, but one thing was clear. These plans were for
Oh.
a five-story,
Pirate
200-room
hotel.
luxury pirate
Yeah, they
themed
said the P word again.
hotel. Another stain on the bedspread of paradise.
And you can imagine how that's going to go down in the Kesh household.
I recognized the instrument as
Hey,
a
yo,
theodolite,
oh no.
but I had no idea how to operate it.
Shiver my timbers, indeed. Yep, we're bringing the Theo Walcott with us.
It was Bronson's theodolite.
Let's not ask questions about how we're storing this massive mechanical device, but we
In
are
a
carrying it
pocket?
with us.
Well, you wouldn't see Nico carrying that much stuff because obviously she wouldn't have
He
pockets for
climbed
it.
up there of his own accord.
Again, Vacation Nico has pockets, you know, but certainly Business Nico, that'd be a different story, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Just, you know, just you have to have the right equipment, like loadout when you're doing these missions, you know?
Hi. Could I ask...
Never mind that. Help poor Mr. Bronson.
You know she's distressed because she's going higher with
Hey,
Shrill.
get me down,
What's the magic word?
please.
Aw, bad luck. I was thinking of Alakazam.
I've got your plans, Bronson. I know about the hotel.
So what? This is between me and the Daves.
Those sweet old ladies trusted you. This isn't what they wanted.
People like
I like that they're
know
both in
know
earshot for this as well. It's going, what are these two crazy Yankee Doodle dandies talking about?
And turn it to profit.
But you should have discussed it with them first. If I was to let you down, will you promise to come clean about your plan?
Sure I will.
And you'll come to a tasteful compromise with Miss Frost and Miss Mina?
Taste? What's taste got to do with architecture?
Oh, dear. You'll have to stay where you are until you see sense.
You
Again, total coincidence here, but I think Bronson's working in Dublin at the moment, so not sure what he's on, but some giant water cooler comes to mind. So one thing, we spent 30 million euro on a giant pole.
This means
What do you think?
nothing to me. She's not wearing her reading
Sounds
glasses.
epic.
Ah,
I love it.
yes, I see now. I see it all too clearly. That man
And
is
no one will be
meant
able to
be
get a
the
good picture
future.
on it because it's so high and it's so narrow.
Mhm.
Now we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract. Oh, I hate tricksters.
And it's just going to represent all the
Especially
heroin that's in the
confident
area.
ones.
That's it.
Can't
That is what it's there for. It's just one giant needle prick. Speaking of prick, here's Bronson.
Mr. Bronson, you may consider yourself persona non grata. Yes.
In case you're wondering, Cave Canem is beware of the dog.
And eject yourself from our property this very minute. Disentangle. Eject.
Hey, cut that out, you crazy old bat.
How dare you? Mina isn't crazy. She's just engagingly eccentric.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that description. Engagingly eccentric.
Ouch!
Lovely as this
I
little
mean,
vista is, I'd
isn't
be
that
really
like
grateful
Ames?
if you didn't
Isn't
let
that
me in the
gold?
museum now.
Certainly.
Yeah,
I am
that is actually quite,
most
like,
grateful
imagine
to
being
you.
that quirky old woman that's just engagingly eccentric. I was like, yeah, I can live for to be that.
Thanks, ladies.
Stobart, be a pal. Get these harpies off me. Ooh,
Again, I wouldn't be complaining to the two women who have a brolly and is poking you in the shins.
While George was basking in the sunrise
Meanwhile-
of Oblivion, I went to London. It was a long shot.
If this is not internalized misogyny, I
thought
don't know
I'd
what
start
is.
my search for the Jaguar Stone at the British
The man
Museum.
will have a wonderful vacation in the West Indies. The woman shall walk in the rain.
I mean, it's London.
It is London, to be fair. I mean, on any other given day, then it would have been a tropical storm in the Caribbean, and it would have been 30 degrees in London. But just today was not that day.
Yeah.
Every move.
But yes, this is Neo Nico on the hunt for the Jaguar Stone, which is, which, as the shaman told us earlier on, fell into the possession of Francis Drake, who went back to England with it.
The carving looked Central or South American in style, perhaps Aztec.
So she's hoping that something will come about in this, in the National Museum of London, where there's an Aztec
It was a
exhibit,
phone,
quite
probably for
conveniently.
staff only. Perhaps I'm a Philistine, but old vases bore me.
So you remember the two girls from the
inexplicably
art
amused
gallery
by something.
in France? They're back, and they're even more weird than last time.
Bonjour. I wonder if you could help me.
I
What's so funny? Oh, never
I get
mind.
it being there insulting you, Nico, in some state or fashion. I'm not sure how, but they are.
The mask looked more
I
African
love
than
how it's
American.
lashing rain and everyone's dressed as if it's like the height of summer.
Yeah.
It was a stone identical in size.
I mean, we've all been
and
there
size to
on
the
vacations
Columbus
where
stone.
you pack your
This
your
stone
vacation
was
clothes and you get the weather
larger
completely
than
wrong.
The
I wouldn't know considering I
caveat
wear
was
stuff that
locked.
is pretty much all season. It doesn't actually matter. I've always said to Kira that if you see me wearing sleeves, you know I'm actually have a head cold or something.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I remember being like so
There was a
many
huge
layered up
carving of
and
somebody who
just
must
looking
have
at
been
you in like a
important
t-shirt and like,
royalty.
how?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I've got malaria or something and I've just been able to roll with it.
It was a small flat square of polished obsidian. Nothing like the one I was looking for. According to the caption, this was the scrying mirror given to Dr. John Dee by Sir Francis Drake.
Like I know this is like the National Museum and like the staff are expected to kind of like, shall we say, act in a certain way. But the guy there looks like he's like, about to break into song. Like he's got like he's peacocking there a little bit, and I don't know what's wrong with his spine, but it looks like he's being propped up.
Do you know what it looks like? He's got an itchy arse and he
What can you
can't
tell
scratch
me
it
about
because
the
it's in
scrying
public.
mirror?
Oh, I hate that. Like you're just waiting for like a yeah, that's fair. And you can't do what like you normally do is like step out and just like let the fart do the job for you. Like you
Yeah.
can't because you're British, you'd be sent to prison for that sort of thing.
What
He
is the
wants to
scrying
back up
mirror?
to that pointy thing and just have a little bit of a scratch, but he just can't.
Ah, do a fucking Jungle Book on it.
Apparently,
Yes,
Yeah.
my
absolutely.
partner
Yeah.
used it to talk with angels. If you ask me, you were barking mad.
Have you ever heard of an English sea captain called El Draco?
El Draco? Not a very English name.
El Draco, doesn't he play for
That's
Millwall?
what the Spanish would have called him. It was about the time of the conquistadors.
No, Millwall wouldn't have him.
16th century.
Not
That's
with that
true.
foreign name.
Oh, I know.
No, he's more of a
That's what
yeah,
the
he's
Spanish
more of
call
a
Sir
more of a
Francis
Spurs
Drake.
man, isn't he?
Francis Drake.
Yeah, Spurs
Have you
was
got
spent like
anything here that
millions
belonged
on him and he's done
Indeed,
fuck
miss.
all.
We have a couple of artifacts he brought back from one of his journeys.
Quite appropriate that George Stobart has the
It
Theo
didn't look
Walcott
anything
and
like
Nico
it
has
used
the.
to. This one was like a little black shaving mirror. Is the scrying mirror the only piece of obsidian Drake gave Dee?
Funny you should ask. There's another called the Jaguar Stone. Dee never liked it though. Said there were angels in the mirror.
Angels.
But devils in that stone.
Now, of course, he mentioned earlier on that he
Can you
just
tell
thinks
me
that everyone was just
something about
mad.
the
So
Jaguar
I don't know why we're even doing an
Certainly.
exhibit for have all these.
The so-called Jaguar
insane
Stone
patience,
was
but
brought
here we
back
are.
from the Americas by Sir Francis Drake and presented with, as you already know, the more famous scrying mirror to John Dee. The old loony didn't like the stone though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror.
I've already.
Oh, nice enough, chap.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Oh.
fortunately, Nico is kind of on a schedule here. So
There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis Drake.
Do you know if this mirror has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Who? Tis it, Nick.
doesn't he play for Millwall?
I can't even say it. Ah, there's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me.
Oi, John Mutson!
You're shitter.
This young lady has some questions to ask, Professor.
Oh, look who it is.
Professor Roubillier.
Eh? What?
Isn't that funny how he just seemed to just pop up here in the National Museum of London?
Our telephone rings just at that time.
Yes.
How
Just what a
convenient.
crazy coincidence.
We meet again.
Mademoiselle, France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about the Jaguar Stone, Professor?
It's obsidian, from the Chichen Itza region.
And that's all we're getting out of him.
Professor Oublier, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to
That's the
at the
ducks, eh?
And for once, that's not a euphemism. He does have urgent business at the docks.
Can you
Now,
answer
look
his
to the right of your
questions
screen,
about the
Burkbot. Do you see
Jacques
something
stone?
unusual there?
Certainly,
The curtain?
miss. If you just step
Not the
this way.
curtain.
The blue bag that your one has?
No, look at the display.
It's gone. Some sods have inched
The
it.
shiny blue bit?
No, the display for the Jaguar stone has been nicked.
Silent alarm will have been tripped.
Oh,
Afraid
Jesus, I
nobody
didn't
can
even
leave
cop.
until our crack security
Yeah,
team
it was
gets
actually there when we were looking at it earlier
here.
on.
Could be a
Well,
while.
didn't look at it directly, but yeah, it was actually there.
Could be
So
miles away by then.
who could have possibly
In
have
that
taken it?
blue bag?
Just don't try to leave.
It was
If we just
too
show-
much of
I
a
mean,
coincidence that
it is a bit of a
Oublier
coincidence that
so
they're
promptly
both here
disappeared. I
at the
didn't
same
have time
time.
for that crack security team
And,
to
and
finish
just
their
that bag does not go with her
Had to get
outfit.
after
So, like, I don't know, that's suspicious.
You're saying it's
It would probably
like
be less
if it was
suspicious I
red
kept
or
away
kind
from
of
the
that kind of
empty
mauvey
case.
brown, it would have been fine. It's because
There
it's
was
so.
a small key in
No,
the
maybe you have a
like,
choice
if
about it.
the
Yeah.
police aren't getting called, the
It was a
fashion
small-
police should be called.
Well, in fairness, I didn't want to say it, but like, what are they thinking with that combo?
It was a woven wall hanging
Exactly.
with a South American
Yeah.
design.
So yeah, whoever did left the key in the lock as well.
Excuse me, miss. Please don't touch the exhibits.
And that curtain is one of the exhibits. Who knew?
The cabinet contained a dagger decorated
I
with
had just
diamond
presumed
design.
this display was going to be the thing since he was standing in front of it.
Hmm.
The cabinet was locked.
So I
But
was
yes,
not
you-
paying attention to the other one.
Well, in fairness, that's the unfortunate thing is that like the scrying mirror was the bigger draw than the Jaguar stone. That just looked like a bit of decorative art, you know.
Don't you think it's suspicious that Oublier has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo. An exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
Well, that's
What's
convenient.
the name of the ship?
The Zibalba Princess. Moored down by Tower Bridge. Why do you ask?
Just wondering.
Yeah, that's just
I
good
can
for
see
good
the
information for us to
stone. I
know.
was nowhere near it.
So who do you suppose did steal it?
Hilariously enough, the
It
Japanese
must have
tourists
been
were an
Oublier.
option.
Huh. Begging your pardon, but he's a man of letters. A professor.
So was Moriarty. Man of letters or not, he's your culprit. Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That makes the theft an inside job, right?
Oh
A
dear.
very British response.
Oh dear.
Oh.
In other words,
Oh, crumbs. Oh,
was
bugger.
Professor Oublier.
Oh bother.
Well, let's leave that for the
Oh,
police
oh
to
bother
sort,
indeed.
shall we? Better phone them right away.
And now he is going to call it in.
Hello?
I knew I had nothing to worry about if the police were called.
Yes, hello.
Considering that this is London and considering the last game he played, I choose to believe that he's on the line now to Halligan from Scotland Yard, and that's why he's taking so long on the phone.
The doors were
So you're saying this is in a robbery? Yes, it's in a robbery. And where was it exactly? It's in London. Oh, in London. Oh, yes, I know where London is. Tell me, do you know anything about druids? I was like, no.
I'm sorry, miss, but I shall have to ask you to stay.
Oh, but surely you don't suspect me of stealing the stone?
No, but you will have to make a statement to the police. You're a witness.
I will have to make a statement to that fucking detective that was hovering off his seat in the last game.
Oh god.
Yes, I'm just going to smugly sit at you and talk about my Porsche. Because that's the only thing about my character that anybody knows.